Welcome back to Shelly World. How is everybody doing today? Pardon the glare on the phone. The sun is out and it is shining bright, and I believe today is going to be a hot day. Anyways, what is everybody doing for the weekend? You know, I don't have many plans for the weekend here, but I just really wanted to come on here and just kind of talk real quickly about, as you know, my son is, you all right? You all right? Bless you. He's just formally diagnosed as autistic, and we recently got the results back in. And this whole process, I'm telling you, it is just a whirlwind with applying for everything. Hi, good morning. Applying for everything. So what the doctor told, his therapist said in her written statement was that she believed the autism was severe, and that I needed to apply for Medicaid. I have insurance, but she says the insurance, they don't like to pay. They're waiting on approval for them right now, as far as what they will cover for ABA therapy. But she said it just can be a real hassle, and so I want to consider applying for Medicaid through the something called the Katie Beckett waiver. And apparently this is where they don't look at income. Walking over here by the trucks. This is where they don't look at income as it in regards to the approval. Well, anyways, so I said okay, and she lists these other steps, and to try to look at getting him into a special needs pre-K. And like I said, we're waiting on the ABA therapy clearance through the insurance. So anyways, so I go online to look at the information about this whole Katie Beckett waiver or what have you. And it's like all over the place. I mean, apparently it is a national program, but they do it here, and they do it in a lot of different states. And I went on, and I get halfway through the application, and then I'm like, it's not letting me move forward when I basically, is trying to just use my son's information, because of course this is supposed to be a waiver. They're not supposed to use my information as far as to be approved or what have you. And then somebody said, you know what, Google this. Google Katie Beckett waiver, and Google the process. And when I did, there were things that were coming up that said that some things, and I've went on Reddit posts and just things on Google or what have you, and some things said that you had to apply for SSI first and then get denied for SSI, or by chance, if you by some stroke of luck you got approved for SSI, then it's an automatic approval for Medicaid. But the approval rates for SSI and how long it takes, I mean, it can take years. My own mother, who before she passed, she couldn't even walk. She was in a wheelchair and got denied for SSI. Don't get me started about Social Security and their bullshit, to be honest with you. So anyways, but yeah, she got denied. She finally got approved for it right before she passed away. So this whole process is just a lot. Anyways, so I'm like, well, why would I go through all that to get it, and I'm like, I thought I could apply for this waiver for Medicaid based on my son's autism. Why would I need to go through Social Security? I understand that You know, I understand the whole, if you get approved for SSI, then, you know, it's an automatic approval for the Medicaid. Well, that's a pie in the sky, because most likely 10 times out of 10 or 9 times out of 10, you're not going to get approved for it unless you're half dead. So anyways, I'm sorry, excuse, I'm just like over it. The amount of shit you got to go through just to navigate these waters is insane. And there's so many gatekeepers of information. They'll tell you a little bit of the story, but not the entire story. And it's just complete ridiculousness. And I just don't know. I don't know if it's the state that I'm in or what. It's just not cool. It's not cool at all. Anyways, so yeah, that's my rant for this morning. And I mean, it's just so much. It's a lot. I'm walking a dog and pushing a baby, a toddler, of course. But anyways, though, it's just a lot. And I'm just like, how is this process supposed to work? Because supposedly you can get approved for the Katie Beckett waiver from, which basically will allow it for them not to look at your personal income when getting approved for Medicaid. And I'm just using this as, I don't need Medicaid for myself, but it would be for supplemental, you know, that kind of thing. Because again, a lot of these places, you know, the insurance, especially Blue Cross Blue Shield, which is who I have, they won't, there's so much limitations to what they pay for, deductibles and all kinds of crap. Plus, we've been notified that the insurance is going up. Of course, it goes up every year, but that's a whole nother story, so don't get me started on that. But anyways, though, because we just have to be at this point grateful to even have income and a job coming in. But yeah, but it's just navigating this process, going through different doctors. And, you know, my son is not even 3, and he's been formally diagnosed. So I'm just reading all these different things, because when it comes to finding a daycare, or not even just a daycare, but you know, just care for your autistic child, it is insane the amount of crap you have to go to. I have called several daycare centers. I've called so many, and as soon as I tell them that he's nonverbal, I get, it's like I don't know if they're just I don't know. I'm like, are they? Because what's wrong with them? It's like kind of getting the push off, whether that, like, that you can tell they don't want to deal with it. And finally, one place I came across, and the lady says to me, there was one of the administrators, she says it's because they don't have the staffing. Well, why not just say that then? Just say, hey, I don't have the staffing, or I don't have the experience. Just come right out and say it. Because at this point, I'm about to file a formal complaint against some of these places in regards to ADA accommodation. But I'm hearing some of that you can't even do because they're private owned or what have you. I don't know. But I have Googled, you know, what do parents do of autistic children that need some type of care, daycare, or just, you know, therapy or what have you. And a lot of them say they basically have to use the therapy services along with, if they can get into special needs pre-K, they have to use both to cover, you know, like a day where they might have to work, you know, God forbid you have to work. But it's just crazy because, you know, it's just a lot. And every parent I meet, it's always, oh yeah, my child is in daycare and we've just taken them out, we're finding another one. What the heck is that all about? It's constant moving around, finding different spots, and then they say, oh, you have to find the right one to fit your child. What is this? My mother used to be a daycare worker back a long time ago, back in the day. it wasn't all this crap. This is just complete BS. And I'm like, are they just misinformed? Is this something through COVID where they are just apprehensive about taking certain kids in due to special needs, or they don't want to be held liable, or what? Maybe it's all of the above. I don't know. But it is just, the whole process is a lot. It's a lot. And like I said, there's so many gatekeepers, including healthcare professionals, who do not know what they're talking about, especially when it comes to autism. You are just in a world on your own, and you have to figure it out. And they're always saying you have to be an advocate for your child. Oh, trust me, I'm an advocate. And I really don't like that when people say you have to be an advocate for your child. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like that. I don't like it. Not that I don't like what it means. Of course you have to be an advocate for your child. It's ridiculous that one would think you are not an advocate for your child. What, you're going to be against your child? Like, what the hell does that mean, to be honest with you? You have to be an advocate for your child, as if I'm not. So I don't like that. I don't like that, just because what I'm not going to be me. I'm not going to be an advocate. Listen, the last thing I'm not even going to say that. No. So I don't, yeah. But anyways, I know I'm ranting, but it just pisses me off, all of the loopholes and things that you got to go through, and the hurdles that you've got to jump over just to go through this process. And me, I'm not a gatekeeper of information. If I know something, I'm going to tell you what I know. This ain't a race. So many ridiculousness out here it's just beyond. Anyways, though, back to my original point about the ABA therapy. They will be calling me on Monday, letting me know what the insurance approved and how that's going to be set up. The only issue there is this place is very far from me. It's all the way, it's like at least 35, 40 miles, maybe even more than that, miles from where I live. So I'm not sure how that's going to work as far as, taking them there for ABA therapy. But I can tell you this place is very nice. The Anderson Center, which is in Alpharetta, Georgia, they're really very, very nice. They're nice, and it's professional. There was another place that I called that was in we'll just say more inner city area, and the lady answered the phone. You could hear cars and all kind of crap in the background. I started asking her questions about their ABA program. She didn't know anything, and was like, oh, well, when you get your diagnosis, then you can give us a call back. I just told you that he already got a diagnosis, and you just say you can't answer any questions. You have to refer to someone else. Now you're asking to see his official diagnosis. Say that you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Come out and say it, and then we can be done with the conversation. So I'm just like, this is ridiculous. If I don't know something, I say, you know what, I'm not aware of that information right now, but let me do some research and I will contact you back on this day. And I do that. I follow through. A lot of these people, there's no follow through. Nothing. I've had even daycare centers that will say, oh, we'll give you a call back. They don't. If you're not equipped with the staffing and things of that sort, I don't care what kind of company you work for, what kind of center, say that. Say that then. If it's political and you can't say that, there's a way to say, you know what, our ratio is too high to one student, or we have a high ratio. Because I did have one lady call me and she said, our ratio is very high, so I don't think that this would be the best fit for a child with autism, because you know, we have 30 kids to one staff person, something like that. Anyways, yeah. But, and I know that's a lot. I know I've said a lot or what have you, but it's just so much, the hurdles. And I don't think that this was always the case or always normal, in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe COVID did all of this, or the pandemic did all of this, and maybe everybody's just apprehensive about it. I don't know. So, but yes, but I am awaiting their call next week so they can tell me what I need to do, and so we can get started as far as therapy goes, and just start venturing down that road, and we go from there. And so yeah, yeah. But anyways, so I'm almost done with my walk and my rant. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great weekend. And hope you're out enjoying the last little bit of summer. I think summer is going to officially end on in a couple of days here. I think it's on the 21st, I believe. Anyways, and then it's fall, and fall's a good time of the year. Then it's that dreaded awful winter. I'm not a winter person at all, but anyways, but yeah, it's all good though. So I hope you enjoy your weekend, and I'll come back on and we'll have another session or what have you, where we talk about some things. But I just wanted to get that off my chest. Sometimes it's good to get things off your chest, and yeah, just have a good rant session. Anyways, this is Shelly World. Consider subscribing and like the video, and I will see you next time. Bye. Peace.